based on how my microphone is. Anyway, that's me here high above Public Square. And we actually, can you hear anything? Oh, you can't. Okay, never mind. Let me do this. Tell me if you hear it now. Say a couple words.
Check, check, check.
Can you hear it
No.
now? No, nothing?
Nope.
Nothing.
Nothing yet.
Check 1, 2. Can you hear that?
No.
Hooked up?
I can hear everything.
All right, just tug on that. Just tell me where it's coming from. Tug on your wire.
Huh?
Tug
Oh. Okay, I gotta take these earrings off. That's like poking.
Can you hear anything now?
Hold on. These things are killing me. With the headphones. It's me.
No, it's not you. Check 1, 2. Check. Can you hear that?
Yes.
Ah, good. Okay, great.
Better.
All right, let's start all over again. Now, for some reason or other, I'm sounding. It's just I hear an echo. Do you hear an echo? Check, check, check. 1,
No.
2. Check 1, 2.
Yeah, I hear an echo. There's another mic on.
That's probably why. Okay, you got to turn that down. When I tap into this, can anyone hear it?
Nope.
It's just that we have 3 mics on.
Hold on. Hello. Oh, yeah, hers is loud.
Here's this loud?
Yeah.
Well, that's good because she doesn't talk that loud.
I almost want to put my hair back because it's annoying. So I don't want to be just me. Maybe we should put it over there on your water bottle.
put it over there on the TV.
Huh? Because it's
Oh.
my bad angle.
It's your bad angle.
Check, check, check. What a great start. All right, anyway, it's working. I hear everything.
Well, you
I just
gotta
have
get
to
you in
stay
it,
on the
too.
microphone so I don't lose it. That's on. You're on. All right, so let's get started.
Let's get started.
Okay, this is episode. Which one is this one now?
It's 11. It's
So-
just going to be 6/10/21.
The Get Real podcast, high above Public Square. That's Public Square as we speak. I'm Glenn Curry. I'm sitting across the way right here. Hello, everybody. It's an overcast day here in northern New York. And across from the table, for the first time in maybe a month now, we have Cass. Say hi, Cass.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Cass.
And of course, we have Josh himself.
Hello, America. Welcome to your new life.
All right, so good. So you're
The
talking.
Get Real podcast, getting real with your new life.
So we're pretty much.
That's her ex-husband out there. If we
Oh,
could
really? You're at
go on the square cam, and we could point him out across the street.
somewhere on Public Square, somewhere out there, Cass's ex-husband lives. He stalks her now each and every day on Public
He works on the traffic
Square.
lights and stuff.
Does he? Oh, he works for the city.
Yeah. Yep. He has one of the 3 main.
So right now,
electricians.
that's Cass on the left, and the host of his show, Get Real Podcast, was on the phone talking to somebody else. Was that Michelle?
That was Michelle, and she will soon have her own show on here too. I would, of course, want to address that when we're in
Oh,
private.
cool. So let me ask the question about Michelle. Is she hearing us right now, and is our audio sounding good?
Well,
That's
she's
the-
going to probably chime in here as soon as she hears us. Right.
Okay,
now.
good. All right, and bear in mind, we can hook up Michelle to the board right from your phone if you ever wanted to do that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That,
Not
that,
today.
that is if you have an adapter on there. Hopefully you do. I don't
Why
know
is she
if you
sitting
do.
so close to you, honey?
Since when did my ex-husband ever wear jeans? He hardly ever wears jeans.
Where is he? He's out there right now?
He's over there playing on his phone.
Wow. Is he really?
He's not playing on his phone. He just work shit.
All right. So anyway, I'm Glenn Curry, and this is the H2O studio. And what we do here is we talk about things that apply to life, sometimes to pop culture, politics. I had someone here the other day, a 27-year-old, talking about history through the eyes of a millennial. And today, of course, on each and every week, we do the Get Real podcast with Josh Kearney.
Get real.
So Josh, obviously, on his 11th episode right now, has talked about a lot of things that affect us all. So what I know about hypnosis is that, you can use hypnosis to your advantage to stop smoking, to stop eating or eating too much, changing your lifestyle. But Josh has introduced a completely different aspect to that, in that it changes your focus and many other things. Not just a vice, but just the way you live and think. Is that correct, Josh? Am I correct in that assumption?
You are correct, sir.
So today, what exactly are we talking about on the 11th episode of the Get Real podcast?
Today,
Josh?
I was planning on using. I was using Cass as a demo, so we could kind of expound on what we talked about last week. We're talking about the 6 steps that would change your freaking life, the greatest 6 steps of your life.
Okay.
Today, we're going to watch as it takes hold with very minor things or major things or anything in between, as Cass, local superstar Cass,
Yes.
local celebrity Cass, Elle goes through the process with us, and she's a willing volunteer. Aren't you a willing volunteer?
Always.
Excellent.
Always, isn't that nice? And by the way, just to let everybody know, you can't see it on camera, but Cass did have an accident about a month ago or so where she broke her
Tibia.
tibia. What leg? Left, right?
My left leg.
And you were doing that. You fell off the back end of a.
Actually, no, I didn't fall off. I just walked right off.
You walked right
I
off.
thought it was
Oh.
the tailgate, but I actually stepped on top of the
Cringe-worthy.
side.
yeah, it is. It is.
I stepped on top of the truck and
You know,
walked
when
right
you
off.
when you watch the MMA recently, the guy broke his leg and it was dangling, and everyone and their brother like,
that guy's
couldn't
from
look
Buffalo.
at it. Was he really?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that Cass's incident was that bad, but did it break the skin, Cass?
No, it didn't break the skin, but I did get 8 screws and a plate put in.
Did you really? Wow,
Your stupidity.
But you're in the right hands. Thank God you're in America.
Yeah, Crystal and her husband drove me.
and they drove you there. And it's funny because it happened in another county, and yet you wound up in Lewis County Hospital.
Well, because we were gassing up the 4-wheelers, and my dumbass decided to get in the back of the truck for some
Right.
ever
And
whatever
her
reason.
and her son
was behind us in
Yeah,
the other
he,
car.
he witnessed it. He said
Oh.
he
Him
basically-
and another
Christ's
guy,
sake.
Yeah.
some random guy.
Poor kid.
Yeah, you had to see that woman like walking in the back of a trailer, falling on her face and breaking her tibia at the same time. The good news is you're alive. Is that correct? You're definitely alive. And there's a couple other things that are alive in front of us right there, as you can clearly see on the Get Real podcast. Wink, wink, nod, nod. So, Josh, what exactly? How should we start today?
Well, we're going to start. We're going to go right into it, and we're going to make this a brief episode because it's going to be fun. And if you follow along, if you find yourself following along, that's perfectly okay. Especially if you're focused on other things or you're directly focused on the Get Real podcast. We're going to demonstrate a little bit on how the 6-step reframe works, the 6 steps that will change your freaking life. So first I want to talk about, we were talking about sports. We walked into the last podcast with sports and a little metaphor that had to do with sports. I do want to talk about dealing with when you become more and more aware what it's like to deal with the delusional public. And recently we had an article come out that cited the best large school or what were claimed to be the best large school football players in the area. And they all came from 4 schools. And I thought that was a little strange.
Huh? They all came. I'm sorry. They all came from poor schools.
Four schools.
Oh, okay, 4 schools. Gotcha.
And the 4 schools were, what were the 4 schools, I guess? One of the really super large schools of the state.
Yeah.
Had half, like it was a half the team. Indian River, East Syracuse, Manoa, West Genesee, I think. And there's a couple Beeville kids on there too.
Right.
So maybe 5 schools.
Okay.
And it begged, of course, an argument, which is what I think that the press is good for these days, is to create conflict. And it created quite a conflict, and all the arguments were completely delusional. And I thought it was kind of funny that even anybody would leave the press up, especially the newspaper press, the sports press, up to designate who is a good player and who is a great player and who is not. Mm-hmm. And that was the real topic of conversation, when outside sources claim authority and then make sure that they spread the word of what they want you to believe is good and what's not. I don't know. It was interesting, an interesting evening to say the least. And I did make the mistake of engaging, but I was actually tame, so I didn't really give them.
Okay, so
too much.
no, wait, no. We can't bypass that. You did take the initiative. You did take the liberty of engaging, and let me just ask you: is that you had an argument with an umpire? Is that correct?
No, we're talking about online and in the newspaper.
Oh,
So
okay, sorry.
I would love to argue with umpires, but if they would ever listen.
Yeah, because Jake is known. Josh is known for.
You can call me Jake if you want.
Well, Jake is the landlord of this place, and I was talking about him the other day. Moments ago. Sorry. You get entangled with umpires. Should umpires get the hypnosis so that they can see the ball better, or what are your thoughts there?
Well, the difference in there is the designation of will and should. Mm-hmm. So they won't. But the thing is this, the only reason why, if you really take a step back and look, it's because of the growth and the fragileness of the people involved in the competition voluntarily, I hope voluntarily, versus paid people that are delusional and can't do their job. That's the issue I have with that.
Well,
and it's not everybody. There's this one.
$25 a game. If that.
Oh, they're making 175.
Are they really?
a game. Yeah.
Wow, righteous bucks.
Yeah, and it gets to the point that they're going to receive it anyways, and that's the issue I have with officiating children's grown men incapable of officiating non-grown men's games. So I think we should just have camera crews.
Camera crews,
Yep.
robots,
Or our parents, because I think that parents would do
CRT,
it way better.
the whole deal.
Parents would do it way better than actual paid officials most of the time. Well, we do. I mean, there's an exception. I mean, there's several exceptions. There's one gentleman that is from originally out of the country, who would actually explain every single call from behind the plate,
Really?
and he would say things like, "Nope, to outside.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to get it inside, kid."
That's what he would say?
Yeah, and we're talking about kids anywhere from 10 years old all the way to 19,
So, in other words,
and everyone loves him.
so you know what? There was a guy, and now his Luciano, I think was his last name. He was an umpire back in the 70s. He died, but he would be very animated. He wouldn't do stuff like that, but he was entertaining. And I would say that what you just described was very entertaining. I would love to see that.
He, yeah, I love the
Umpires
guy.
should be encouraging. Nope, you're pitching sidewinder.
It's
You
all
can't
about
do that.
me.
You're not
Don't you
ready."
see who's in charge here? I want you all. Look at my uniform, and yes, I will throw you out if I don't like you.
Well, that's important.
Did you look at me the way I didn't want you to?
Right. Cass is still looking at her ex-husband down there.
Me-
No,
Meanwhile-
I was looking at my TikTok live.
Oh, TikTok.
We're on
Live.
TikTok live.
Meanwhile,
everyone's looking at Cass. Anyway,
in the same situation, you have them focused on the wrong thing, and you don't want to be focused on the wrong thing when you're actually trying to perform something. Cass, do you want me to, guys? Do we say that over again? How ironic!
I was pointing around to her ex-husband who just drove by and was looking up here. So go ahead.
How
I think he was.
ironic! So the thing is that
Small
when you're in
world.
a situation where it begs your attention, that you should be able to take breaks from your attention, but also focus when you need to focus.
It's true.
Yeah. If I accidentally kick you, I'm so sorry.
And
Don't worry about it. You
okay.
can kick me. You can kick my ass if you like, Cass.
I just try to
I need a good
Wrap
ass.
it up.
I need a Cass kicking.
cast or cast.
So, Josh, how do you? Let me ask you. You have children. You are a father of 5. It's kind of again. You have a nuclear family. You and your wife have had, you came into this new relationship with your beautiful wife. You
Brady
have 5
Bunch.
together. The Brady. It's kind of a Brady Bunch.
Kind of.
So, do you feel like what you've learned from your business, from what you've learned through hypnosis, from Scott and your own life experiences, has that helped you to be a father?
Yeah, absolutely, without question.
And how so?
And it gives you perspective on balance and knowing when what's going on the inside of your mind is not relevant to what's going on the outside, when they don't match up, when they're incongruent.
Okay.
And that's the problem. People in general find that their personal opinions and reality are actually what's going on outside of them, but it's not. You need constant checks. We all need constant checks. So it's always there's a big, huge smoke screen as to what people are perceiving, for the most part. Oh, that was disappointing. So here's what we want to talk about today. So we want to make sure that you do this with an open mind. That's why we're talking about not making strange judgments based on what you think is going on in your mind, and just following through. You don't have any pressure at all. There's no one expecting anything, nobody wanting anything from you right in this moment. We're just going to go through those special 6 steps all over again.
Okay.
I think I missed last week's.
Actually, you did, Cass. Cass, of course, was incapacitated and missed the 6
What a
steps.
perfect way to sit down and watch every single one of our episodes during the course of a night, and even watching again to review.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
I guess you didn't get that memo,
Here.
unfortunately. But okay, can you cover? Are you going to cover the 6 again? And
Sure.
Okay,
So we're going to demonstrate the 6 again.
and here we are.
All right.
Just to let you know, the
it
6
is.
steps
This is the
was
one.
last episode, and now we're going to get a summary right here
So,
from Josh.
Cass, you go through a lot of things, and you're finding a lot of things out for yourself, right? And
Yep.
we've talked about edges of behavior before, and there's a point where you'll probably you would get a little defensive, and there's points where you would kind of feel a little sad for no reason. Mm-hmm. Points where you would get scared for no reason, or not no reason, but
More like anxiety. That's good.
anxiety and fear, just due to past.
That's what you look like online.
Oh, jeez.
I just
All right, we
quickly.
we gotta
just
make it through
quickly-
this.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
So there are situations where you would feel those exceptional negative emotions to try to keep yourself safe, just because you get to the edge of a behavior, not because you're a good or bad person. I think you're a good person anyways.
Thank
or else
you.
wouldn't be in here.
I try.
So there's got to be some way that you respond to things that you want to change. Would you agree?
No, I do. I definitely do.
Is that a yes you do?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes.
I usually get like if I'm let's
Go
take
ahead.
this past week, actually, the other day, with one of my exes and whatnot. Like it's just like I always find narcissistic assholes. Can I
All right.
say
Can,
asshole?
you can't
Yes,
say
you
that.
can.
No, we can't do that right now.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just saying, like, the way that I respond is, like, in order to move forward, I usually listen to music because the lyrics and that just helps me. really
Okay,
push
so to
past
break
that.
out of what you're, or push past, as you say, what you're going through when you anticipate somebody acting poorly towards you or being a threat to what you want, right? You listen to music.
Yeah. I
You
do.
like what you hear.
I love music. It
Okay, what
helps
kind
me
of
get there.
what do you really like when you listen to it and you hear it?
Like, what kind of genre?
Sure.
Oh, anything, honestly. Usually it's like Papa Roach or something like that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Something a little aggressive, but
Yeah,
something that gets
yeah.
the energy out, gets the
Yeah,
poison out,
Gravity.
as they say.
The song
Right?
Gravity. Yep.
Okay, good. So I just want to point out that we have somebody staring at us out, and it's your friend.
Oh,
And we're not going to say his name out loud, but he can call in if he wants to. he's right there.
Okay.
So
can't see her.
so here we go. Okay, so that's how you recover and go back to zero, right?
Yes.
But you do recognize that you get to a point where you get to a point with connection with somebody and you go into that negative space.
Yep.
If they go through the certain steps that would beg you to go into that negative space. Like if you put yourself in a position that's normal for you or that you deem is normal, right? The step-by-step process with which you connect to people.
Okay.
And then there is a departure from connection. Because are you with me?
Yeah. Slowly. Yes.
So
I
there
totally gotta
is
watch
a
the other one.
departure from. I'm just joking. Okay. So
And
you get it, right?
yes.
I'll speak slow. So
You don't have to speak slow.
so this is what I'm getting at because we're going to demonstrate, and you can take this for what you want. Just follow along with it, right?
Okay.
And if you want to ask questions, maybe the questions should be answered on the next show.
All
We're
right.
going to have more fun in the next show, but I do want to anticipate that you're going to feel good when this is gone.
Yeah.
Like you can feel the energy starting to build already, right? You're like, oh my God, is this guy going to stick me with a knife or something? Yeah, she's sweating. But you do realize that it's a good thing to be safe.
Yes.
Even if safety is an illusion, it's good to feel secure in certain circumstances. And those things that you went through just kept you safe from guys that could have been assholes. The problem is it always also kept you from guys that could have been wonderful to you.
Yeah. And I'm
So-
very picky.
Right? So
Maybe I shouldn't be.
This is the confusion, is the pickiness, right?
Oh, what could?
So what you're looking at is instead of actually their quality of character, what you can understand you would go through is just a process of expectation,
Yeah.
and that was there to keep you safe. So it's a step-by-step process that if you didn't do it, you could still trust yourself because you're an adult, and we all trust you, right? You could trust yourself to make the right decision and put people into different categories, like whether it's romance and whether it's physical.
I don't think
right?
I ever make the right decision.
Well, you've made good decisions. You have 2 sons. You have a career, right? You
Yeah.
have people that love you.
You have a lot of friends who love you. I was going
Yeah,
to say
you
that.
have a lot of connection.
Yeah.
So this is just to refine that. 'Cause I don't want to. This is not brain surgery, okay? It's more like heart surgery.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. So just think about that for a second. So you do realize that there's a positive intention behind the things you're going through, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Everything happens for a reason.
So if you could do it a better way and it would feel better, would you make that choice?
Yes.
Is it all right with your unconscious mind to make this new flexibility, this new
I mean, I
choice?
might be a little anxious at first, but I mean,
Well,
I'm
we can't give you an anxiety.
I'm a very driven person.
That's the whole
so
point of this. To
when
make
I
it
want
better for
something,
you.
I go for it.
You do
usually.
realize there's better things for you, though.
Yes.
So if you do something better that feels better, it's not going to feel like anxiety. It's going to feel different. It's going to be like warm, right?
It's just taking that first initial step. That's
So remember,
scary
we're
for
in a
me.
vacuum right now, so there's not. You don't have to do anything.
Right.
Just follow along and tell me if it feels better, but you want to uncross your arms. So, okay. So think of it this way. Go through it this way with me, okay?
Okay.
Here, stand up for a second.
Oh,
On one foot.
On one foot.
Yeah.
I was going to say, this
All right,
is
sit back down.
What?
Yeah, that's okay. What? Oh my God. So
What was that for?
I'll tell you later.
movie seat up. Sorry.
So here we go. Are you ready? So I want to be 100% that you agree that what you went through has kept you safe and had a positive intention and worked. So you weren't doing anything bad. There's nothing to be guiltful or shameful over. Okay.
Right.
Okay. You're 100% behind me?
Yes.
Okay.
So
So
are we talking about like my like
your past with
Okay.
relationships, just any kind of relationship.
relationships? Okay. Yes.
Your connection to guys and the way that you throw them in the narcissism category, which the selfish category, let's say, because I don't say narcissist. So, right when they're protecting themselves first,
Yeah.
instead of doing the right thing by everyone first, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you know you did it the best job you could, but if you could do it better, would you choose to do that?
Yes.
Can you imagine what I'm saying, though, how it would feel if you could just feel free to connect to people knowing that it would work out the way you want it to anyways because you planned it out and you're capable?
Yes. I mean,
Now, how would it feel? Tell me how would it feel if you could do that?
I'd probably feel a lot more at peace.
So where would you feel at peace?
More so my mind.
All right,
Because my mind
let's not do your mind.
my heart. That's all right.
So can you feel that feeling of peace just now, just in this moment?
Right now, I do, yes.
Okay, so if that's a positive response, can you, hey, what's your middle name?
Louise.
Okay, that's my daughter's middle name.
Oh.
So, okay, can you feel that feeling of peace?
Now I do, after this weekend, or this week, yes.
Can you feel it right now? Is that a good feeling?
Yes.
Do you think it would lead to better choices?
Probably.
Yes?
Most likely.
Okay. Can you turn that feeling up? Can you make it stronger? Can you close your eyes and make that stronger? Can you feel more and more peaceful? And see how that would lead to better decisions.
Yeah.
When that's both the catalyst and what you're chasing is peace, right? Is it okay to feel peaceful?
It is.
Is it okay to be happy? Okay. Is it okay to connect to people?
I prefer to, yes.
Is it a peaceful thing?
For the most part, yes.
Can you make it peaceful in your mind?
It might take me a second.
All right. Well, take that second and let me talk. Cool? Can you listen?
Yep.
So I want you to imagine a situation.
Okay.
I want you to imagine a situation that you actually have all you need right now to get what you want, and all you need to do is examine and put it further into motion. So you can trust yourself and your unconscious mind when called upon to stay away from the people you want to stay away from and kind of connect to the people you want to connect to and allow them to be either temporary or permanent or different roles. And just trust yourself to have that so that can just run in the background and feel good.
Yeah.
Can that feel peaceful?
Yep.
Can you turn that feeling up?
Yes.
Okay. Cass, Jesus loves you. Louise. Okay, he does. Okay, good. So this is my favorite, the favorite part because Glenn wasn't always paying attention and I can ask him to spell couch.
COUCH.
Are you going to the mall later on? That's what I'm asking.
Why would you be asking me that? I don't
Because it's
understand.
from a movie and there's 3 people that are watching right now that are laughing their ass off.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So it's an inside joke.
Not that inside. It's from
What movie?
Billy Madison.
Oh, I never saw it. I don't
He
watch
has to go back
Adam
through-
Sandler movies.
So his dad paid him all his teachers off and paved the way for him to get through life. And then, which would, of course, make people envious. And then he grew up in this rich household, an incredibly rich household, without having accomplished anything. So in order to get his father's company when his father retires, he has to go back through kindergarten through 12th grade. Have you not seen this movie? No. So he's in 3rd grade and he crushes the spelling bee. He's standing there with this really smart little girl and they're going back and forth. And the teacher goes, now you spell couch. And he goes, COU. Are you going to the mall later on? That's what I'm asking. And she goes, no, I'm not. Keep spelling, mister.
I'll have to watch that now.
I guess so.
Brandon, have you ever seen Billy Madison?
He's referring to someone who's watching us from behind my shoulder. His name is Brandon.
He's like a sentry.
Is he still out there?
He's still there.
Yeah.
So here's what I want you to do for me. Are you a willing participant still?
Yes.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. Yeah, it's okay. You're doing good.
It's really hot now.
Feeling those feelings of vulnerability actually
yeah.
make you a good person. Because people that aren't good people, that don't do things for other people, they don't want to make them feel super vulnerable or scared.
I always put myself in a vulnerable position.
Not always. I mean, you're doing it right now. You're sitting next to me and you're freaking out a little bit.
No.
But then what was, may I? What was stronger than the vulnerability? It was peace, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So weird how that works. So go ahead and close your eyes for me. Your eyes are closed and you're more relaxed than you were before. Mm-hmm. And I want you to imagine a time in the future that's most appropriate to what we're talking about. Meeting new people and notice how you react with that peaceful feeling in your chest. A little bit different, isn't it? Mm-hmm. A little more engaged, more more confident.
I was just about to say confident.
So I want you to think of a second time in the future where you're under like maybe a big growth, like maybe your business is growing and you're around different people because of it, and notice how you react with those people. Good? And notice when there's a huge surprise and there are negative influences from the past that once were negative, now you just don't care, right?
Right.
That happen to be present in this huge surprise. And notice how you react. Okay?
Yep.
Excellent. Go ahead, open your eyes. Wait, close your eyes. When you're ready to make this
Sorry.
a chief strategy, when you're ready to really embrace this peacefulness and know that you deserve it and you can be comfortable with it into the future, then you can open your eyes. So how did that feel? Do you want to break that down for us?
I just keep thinking about, so my ex, we were supposed to be married this past year. Like I said, well, you don't like that term narcissist, but he is very,
He is
very selfish.
self-organized, yes.
Very, very selfish.
Anthrocentric.
Yep. Very, like, just always turns everything around on me. And, you know, even though I did everything, but it's this past weekend or whatever. Actually, it's been a month. Last time I spoke to him was actually when I got injured.
Yeah, because he lives down there.
Yeah. I got injured, and then his grandmother, I guess, got buried as well. But he was perfectly fine doing whatever. But anyways, long story short, he just texts me whenever he wants and just pulls me in. That's always, you know.
He
I
used to
just
be
push-
pulling you in, didn't he?
Yeah,
Now
he
you don't
pushes
really need
me
to pull
away
in
and
at
pulls
all.
me in whenever it's convenient for him.
So you
but
think,
I
but now it's all gone.
Yesterday, or no, 2 days ago, he sent me a random ass message, and I wasn't even going to respond. I didn't respond to the first one a few days ago, but then I wasn't going to respond again. And I was like, you know what? No. Like, I am going to take charge of my life. I'm going to take charge of this. And I pretty much went off on him, and I told him I'm completely done. Like, I deserve better than that.
Of course you do.
Yep.
So that's everybody, though.
Yeah.
Right? And now you know it.
Yep.
So excellent. That
Feels
is
so much better.
the demonstration, the demo of the 6-step reframe, the greatest 6 steps
Yep.
of your entire freaking life. And my name is Joshua Kearney.
6 steps.
6 steps to freedom.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
I should have ate.
Freedom.
So that's all I got.
Really? So let me ask the question. Cass, are you learning stuff from this? You've been up here now, what, 2 months? I'm learning with Josh. I've learned before this, of course, in the radio business about what he does, but I've been enlightened, obviously, the 6 steps and so forth. But do you think that this has already helped your life and how you see things, Cass?
I feel like I'm, like you mentioned, I feel like I'm much more confident, and I have a lot to offer, not only in just relationships, like between, you know.
But
me
can
and
I
somebody
offer
else.
some things, just my own professional advice? Because
Yes.
we're all friends, all 3 of us here, and Michelle is as well. Perhaps she's listening right
She
now.
is.
She's definitely watching.
So
right
the
now.
one thing that I have noticed, and it's not just you, Cass, it's not just you at all, but it's definitely our generation, your generation particularly, because I'm older. We're both older than you are.
I'm not part of this generation.
She's not even close.
you are in a sense because, unfortunately, again, here's the thing, Cass, and don't take this in the wrong way, because this is just the way I feel. A lot of times we have a tendency to wear our lives out on our social media platforms. And why do you do that? Just curious.
I don't know. I'm just
And it's not my business, but you know what? We
Like,
hear
what
it.
are you asking me? Like, why
this
do
isn't
I?
going to be able to be on the podcast, guys.
All right, well, anyway, so that's my question of the day, and I just feel
Let's just leave it unanswered.
So let's leave it unanswered.
We'll talk
What
more
is
about it in the
going
next
on here?
episode. I didn't bring another shirt. Can I do the next one shirtless?
Because Glenn Curry
I didn't bring a shirt.
always
we can
asks
switch.
questions that people should answer. What, you don't have a shirt? What's the matter with you?
We can switch.
I forgot to
shirts.
change.
Make that change. Make that change. Okay, good. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was episode number 11 with, of course, Josh. And this week, once again, over 4 episodes later, Cass is back in the studio with an orange cast. We can't see it on screen right now, but trust me, not only is it an orange cast, but it has some really interesting drawings on there as well.
Maybe that's another episode.
That's another
So stay tuned for the next episode. In the next episode of Get Real,
Get real.
we're going to talk about filtering information through your senses, and have a brief demonstration of that too, because we have such a great model of demonstration.
Exactly. Just like in Hollywood.
Filter.
great talking.
Okay, say that again. Filtering what?
Information through your senses.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
That might take me a little bit
No, you'll be all
to
right.
process.
And I want my $2. I don't know why I said that. Folks, episode number 11, episode number 12 is back right here from the H2O studios here high above Public Square. I'm Glenn Curry along with
Excellent
Josh
job, Glenn.
and, of course, Cass, and here above Public Square. And we'll see you in the next episode. You have a great day.
Thank you.